So, as I said, there are three types of inheritance that we will cover in Java. Okay, the single, multi-level, and hierarchical. Okay, so first we'll go through these three types. So, talking about single inheritance, as I said, single inheritance means one-time inheritance, means there will be a parent class, and you will inherit the parent class. Okay, from using a subclass. Okay, or derived class. So that is all about single inheritance. So there will be only a one time inheritance. You will do it only one time. That is single. Okay, multi-level means in multiple levels. That means, if as you can see, class A will be the top level parent class. Okay, it will be the at the highest level, top level parent class. Then we will have, so we will have one base class, sorry, we will have one derived class or subclass, that is class B. Okay, so class B will be inheriting class A. Fine, so class B is the child class or subclass of class A. Now in the next level, so here if you see, we will do inheritance in different levels. So in the third level, if you can see, we have another class C, which is now the subclass or the inherited class of the class B. Okay, so class C will inherit class B and class B will inherit class A. So what do you understand from this? That if class B is inheriting class A, that means what? Class B is reusing the properties of class A. So whatever is there in class A is in class B now. Yes, so class B contains all the properties of itself, as well as it can also directly access all properties and member functions of class A, right? Then class C now has been, class C is a derived class of class B. Okay, it's a subclass. So we have obtained this by inheriting it from class B. And since class B contains class A, not contains, class B inherits class A. So you can just say that class C inherits class A. So this is transitivity. Okay, also there are some dependencies. You have to also, there, there are many factors you have to, for example, about the access specifiers. Okay, it also depends on the access specifiers as to which fields or which member functions can be inherited. That's a different thing. But however, if I say that class B is a child of class A, that means what? Class B can reuse the code of class A. Okay, and if class C is inheriting class B, it means class C is also inheriting class A. So class C can also access the properties of class A from class B. Okay, it is just like your the hierarchy of your parents, no? Not parents, actually, say this is your grandfather, okay, this is your father, and this is you, right? So you also have access to your grandparents' properties, okay, through your father. So that is what it is, multi-level. So here inheritance is done in multiple levels. So here, although I have shown you two-level inheritance, but you can have multiple levels. You can have 3 levels also, 4 levels also, it depends. Okay, you can have any number of levels in the multi-level inheritance. So this is only single because this is one time, and this is multiple times, so this is multi-level. Next we have hierarchical. So hierarchical is, see, you have one base class and you have two derived classes. Not two, you can have any number of derived classes. So the basic definition is, when we can derive, when we have multiple base classes, sorry, when we have multiple derived or child classes from a single base class, that is called hierarchical inheritance. Okay, so having one base class, you can have any number of derived classes or child classes. Okay, here we have shown only two classes, B and C. Then talking about multiple inheritance is just the reverse of hierarchical. So in multiple inheritance, what happens is you will have multiple base classes. Okay, you will have multiple base classes, but only one child class. Real life example of multiple inheritance is the children. You have parents, you have your mother, you have your father, so you have inherited properties from your mother also and from your father also, right? So your father and your mother are the base classes, and you, the child, you are the child class. Yes, you have inherited properties from your mother also and from your father also. So that is one example of multiple inheritance in real life. Okay, and this can be only thought of, say this is your father and these are your two say this is you and this is your brother or sister, okay, and say you both have inherited all properties of your father only, just for example. So you have inherited all properties of your father only, so in that case this is hierarchical inheritance for you. Okay, so we will discuss each one by one now. Okay, this is multiple, as I said, having two base classes, you have one derived class. Okay, you can have any number of base classes, by the way. Then we have hybrid. So hybrid is just a mixture. Okay, here in this hybrid we have shown first what are the different types of inheritance in this particular hybrid inheritance. First we have C, one base class and two derived classes. So what is this? This is hierarchical, right? And then from two derived classes, from two classes we have again another derived class, so this is multiple, right? So in this
Multiple.
hybrid, yeah, so in this hybrid inheritance we have, first we have the hierarchical inheritance and then we have the multiple inheritance. So hybrid inheritance can have any type. Okay, there can also be multi-level and single inheritance also. Okay, so if you just remove this arrow from here, what will it be? It will be a single inheritance from class A to class B. Suppose this arrow is not there. Okay, suppose this arrow is not there, then what will happen? See, class A will be the parent class of only class B, so this will be a single inheritance. Then these two, okay, will be inherited by class D, so this will be what? Multiple inheritance. So that can be one scenario. Okay, also you can think it this way, suppose this arrow is not there, class B inherits class A and class D inherits class B, so this will again be a multi-level inheritance. Okay, so likewise you can have, any type of inheritance involved in hybrid. So this is just one scenario. Okay, so these are the basic 5 types, but we will mainly discuss the first 3 now. So again, starting with the single inheritance, as I said, having one base class, you will have only one derived class. Okay, here we have one example. Okay, I'll just show it in the editor. Have you understood what I said till now? Inheritance is very interesting.
Yes, ma'am. Understood.
It is very interesting, but
Yes, ma'am.
thing is you have to keep in touch with it. Okay, because there are many dependencies, mainly because of the access specifiers. Okay, so depending on the various access specifiers, you will have to keep osa. Ma'am, what is difference between multiple and hierarchical? They both appear same. How can they both appear same? Kolwe dekhun moi. One is the opposite of other, and you are just saying the opposite to what I said. I already said that ki kolu moi. This is hierarchical. One base class, multiple derived classes. That is hierarchical for you. Multiple is multiple base classes, one derived class. Keneke same hole. Dutai dekhun bele. Pranav, clear? You have only one base class, but you can have any number of derived classes for the same base class. That is hierarchical. And multiple is you have multiple base classes and you have inherited all the base classes using one derived class, only one derived class. So that is multiple inheritance. Clear? Okay, so now directly I start with the, okay, see, so this is the program that I gave here. Okay, so Acha, see, we have three classes here mainly. One is the animal class. Okay, so this is the parent class. Okay, the animal class which has one method, that is void eat. Okay, and inside which we simply have the println statement. Okay, it will simply display eating. Okay, then we have another class which is the dog class. Okay, so this we have a default access specifier here, and this method is also default. Okay, we will discuss about the specifiers in more details. Let us first understand this problem. So having the default class animal, okay, with a default method eat. Next, this is the parent class. Then we have a child class. How can you say that this is a child class of animal? By reading this, right? By reading dog extends animal. Yes, so this subclass is extending the properties of this class. So this class has to be the parent class now, or the super class. Okay, so from this statement you can make out that, okay, dog is the child class of animal class. Okay, then inside which we have one method which is the bark method, and Here it will simply display barking. Okay, so it's a simple program. Next we have a third class. So it is, you can have the main function in the base, in this inside this child class also, but however we have separated it, we have taken another class for the main function. Okay, the main function can be included even in here also. Okay, in one of the examples that we covered in the previous class, if you see, so that you don't get confused, that is why I'm saying this. See, the main function was directly inside the child class, so it will work fine. There's no dependency that you have to include the main class in some other class, no. Okay, just to show that we can do it in any way, that is why we have taken another, third class just for the main function, which is the single inheritance one. Okay, so this is a class single inheritance one. It has got no dependency with the base classes. Okay, so it is not any inherited class. We have only two classes here, one the parent class and one is the subclass, which is, you know a derived class of the parent class. And then we have the third class, inside which we will simply use the main function and we will do the program execution from here. So the point of, the starting point of execution will be the single inheritance one class. Okay, inside here we have the main function. Then you see we have one statement here, dog d equal to new dog. So what do you see here? We have created an object d of dog class. Yes, so this is the dog class and we have created an object d. Okay, then what we are doing is we are accessing both functions bark and eat using the object of the dog class only. That is, d dot bark will access this and d dot eat will access this. Firstly, let us just check the output and then we will understand why and how. Okay, wait. See, if you can see, just using the object of the derived class only or the child class only, I could easily access the method of the child class as well as the method of the parent class also, right? Now, can anyone tell me how I could access the method of the parent class using the child class object? Anyone? Just go through the program.
Ma'am, can you repeat the question, ma'am?
I asked, since using that, say D is the object of dog class, right? And using this particular object, I have accessed the bark method, which belongs to this class itself, right? So that is possible. Also, at the same time, I have accessed the eat method of the parent class also, using the dog class object only. So how is it possible? Can you do?
Because the other classes are not accessed. Ma'am, they are not given any access specifier. For example, public or private or anything else.
You don't have any
So
access
they can be
specifier
easily
here?
accessed, ma'am.
You don't have any access
Yes, ma'am.
specifier here? See, there are many factors. First is we are doing, so that was not what I wanted to hear. Firstly, because you had to
Ma'am,
say that, yeah, question কোনে মোক specific চোৱা
ma'am,
কি বুজিছে
dog
ৰবা।
animal পাও পাইছে ন ma'am inheritance to.
Yes,
So
yes, because dog has inherited the animal class. First point is there. Okay, dog has inherited the properties of the animal class, but the explanation does not stop there. Thing is, you see, I don't have any access modifier here. So what is the access modifier by default? It is the default access modifier. And you all know that any field or any method declared as default is always accessible from within the package. Okay, it is not accessible outside the package, but it is accessible from within the package. And here we are inside the unnamed package. We are inside the same package, the unnamed package. Okay, so here animal, be it animal, dog, or single inheritance, these three classes are inside the same package. And since we have default specifier here, so this default method can be easily inherited by the dog class. Okay, I told you that we have 4 access modifiers: the private, public, default, and protected. Okay, so we have not done protected yet, so just leave that aside. We have seen the working of private, public, and default. So I told you that private members are always private. Okay, so private members actually, they uh, they define the concept of data hiding in object oriented programming. Anything that is private cannot be accessed. Okay, so had this method been a private method, you would not have been able to access it. I have also showed you that in some examples, yes, by using private access modifier, that whether you are using inheritance or you are directly trying to access a method, private method, private members can never be inherited, private members can never be directly accessed, except for those methods which make use of that private, except for those methods which belongs to the same class. Okay, so there should be a method here. If this method is declared as private, you should have another method here which is a non-private member, and that member must access this method. Only that is possible. Otherwise, private members can never be accessed from outside the class. Also, it can never be inherited. So private छोड़ दो, अभी रह गया public and default. So public is public to all. Public होने से you don't have to worry about anything, right? You can easily write your program without worrying about the access specifiers. Talking about default, you see, mostly we are talking, since we are not dealing with different packages here, mostly we are inside the same package. Most of our programs are inside the same package. So what happens is, if you are using default, so by default any class belonging to that package can have access to the members. And most importantly, we are having inheritance here. We are reusing the properties of animal class, and the property that we are reusing is a default member. Yes, so we can easily use it, we can directly use it inside the dog class. So that is why using the dog class object only, okay, using the dog class object only, just like you could access the bark method of the dog class, now this eat method also actually belongs to the dog class only, because it has inherited the property of the animal class. So the eat member also actually belongs to the dog class. So likewise, if you can access the bark method, you can also easily access the eat method. Is that fine? There are two dependencies. One is because you are inheriting it, and secondly because we have default access specifier. So if it is default or if it is public, you can directly do that. We have not spoken about protected, so a bit more. And talking about private members can never be inherited. Okay, so had there been some other properties here, you could have inherited inside the dog class, but if this was private, you could not have inherited it directly. So you should have, if this is private, you should have another method here. Using that method, you have to invoke this method, and then using the object of this class, say D, you can then invoke the second method in order to invoke the eat method, which is private. Okay, so that is what it is all about. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Next, you see, okay, suppose this is protected. Protected. Okay, protected will come. Protected my episode protected. Okay, anyways, see, I have made this protected now. Okay, so let's try to understand the concept of protected. I said that protected is just its restriction lies between private and default. That means what? It is somewhat flexible than private, but it is very much restricted as compared to default. So protected members are also private. Okay, I gave you one example in the last class. If I remember, I said that private means it belongs to me only. Okay, for example, my documents, all the qualification documents that I have, all the certificates, Okay, all the documents related to my, all the personal documents that I have, those are mine. Okay, now it might happen that suppose, my father has, my father, he wants to visit the ATM and he wants my card. Okay, so in that case, I must be able to trust him. Just understand, okay, just think that my father has one ATM card. Okay, so that is private, so it is his, nobody has access to it, so it is a private member. Okay, now suppose I am going out, okay, to withdraw some money, and my father says that, okay, since you are going to, please carry my card and just take out. So see, if you understand, he has not handed over the card to anybody else except to me. And why me? Because I am the child class, and that's because he trusts me. Okay, he has not even given it to my brother also, not to my mom, not to anybody else, but he has given it to me only. So what this means is he wants his data to remain private, but he just wants to make it a bit more, flexible as compared to private. Means thoda privacy ko thoda wo compromise karna chahte hai. That is why he has given me the card. Okay, and he has shared the pin so that I can take out the money for him. Okay, so that is what, the work of protected is. So you have a private member. Okay, you have a private member, you would not want it to be accessed by every other class, be it inside the package or be it outside the package. So you would not want any other class to have access to it except for the child class. Okay, except for the child class, nobody else can have access to this particular uh, method or field. So that is the use of protected. Okay, so here, since I have given a protected access specifier here, so what it means is dog can now inherit it. Okay, private, had it been private, you would have got compile time error saying that private members cannot be inherited. But since it is protected now, okay, so we are one level down in the abstraction. So here what happens is it is visible. Okay, so this private member actually has been made visible to the child class for one time use only. Okay, so now if you run the program, I'm not making any other changes, I'm simply trying to run it the same way. See, I can do it. Yes, so here you can have one time inheritance. Okay, so since this is protected, so no other class. Okay, so if now suppose you have another child class of the dog class. Okay, so there's a child class of the dog class. Now that child class wants to inherit the dog class. In that case, that particular class will have no access to this. So it is just for one time inheritance. Okay, so this can be, protected members can be inherited only by the immediate child class. Please remember this, protected members can be inherited only by the immediate child class and by no other classes. Okay, so dog is the
मैं
immediate.
immediate child class तो बुझी पाना मैं
Immediate মানে যোনে তাক
immediate
ডাইরেক্টলি ইনহেৰিট কৰিছে, just that particular class. ইয়াতে মই কি দেখাইছিলো, এটা এক্সাম্পল দেখাইছিলো ন, মাল্টি লেভেল ইনহেৰিটেন্স।
বুজিলো মেম বুজি পালো মেম
মানে মাল্টি লেভেলত কি আছিল, ট্ৰানজিটিভিটি আছিল ন, এইটো যে দেখাইছিলো ইয়াতে, A is inherited by B and B is inherited by C. So A is not directly inherited by C, right?
মেম
So yate immediate, yate C a kak inherit korise B and B a kak inherit korise A, right? So here if there
মেম
is some,
এৰ প্ৰপাৰ্টি অকল বি এ ইউজ কৰিব পাৰিব
if this,
মেম
yeah,
যদি প্ৰটেক্টেড থাকে
yeah, যদি protected থাকে, if there is any member in class A which is protected, that protected members can be used only by class B and not by class C, because class C is not an immediate child of class A. বুঝি পাইছা? This is the immediate child means the next to class আছে which has inherited directly, that is the immediate child class. Is it clear?
ক্লিয়াৰ
Now,
মেম ক্লিয়াৰ
yeah, now suppose I give a private specifier. Just try to understand the difference between private and protected. Okay, hetue kotha. Now I have made it private. Now let's see if I can do the same thing using private. See, cannot find symbol d dot eat. Okay, so this eat method cannot be found. Okay, so this is an error in line number 23. Of course, because how can you access d dot eat, because it's a private member, it is not visible outside this class, you cannot do it. And suppose you want to make it, keep it private, you have to make use of another method. Okay, you have to make use of another non-private method. So you can make the second method a protected method, public method, default method. It is up to you. Unless it is private, you cannot make it private. You have to make it any other, you can use it with any other access specifier. Then using that method, you access this particular method, and then this object can call that method, second method, to invoke the if method. Okay, so this is the difference between all of these three, all of the access modifiers. Okay, next we discuss about another single inheritance problem. You see, we have two classes here. Class A is the base class, and class single inheritance 2 is the child class, okay, which has extended the class A. So this is a one-time inheritance, just like the previous one. It's a single inheritance example. So here we have a method A, which is public. Method A, which will simply display base class method on being called. Okay. And inside the single inheritance class, here we have we have two methods. One is the main method, and one is the method B, which will display child class method message on being called. Okay, so here we are not using any other third class to display the, okay, for the program execution. We have directly included main inside the second class itself. Okay, now, okay, I have a query, but anyways, let me first explain this. I have a query for you all for GN hook. Okay, so I have two classes. Yes, and then see, we have the main function here. Inside the main function, we have created an object of the child class. Okay, obj. Then using that object, I have accessed method A and method B. Of course, method B can be accessed directly because we are accessing a public member of the same class. It is possible. Unless it is private, you can access all members of the same class using the same class object. Yes, so it is possible. And method A, because because class A has been inherited by single inheritance 2 class. Yes, by this class. And moreover, this is public. So although you have inherited, also it is this particular method is directly accessible by the object of the child class. So you can do it directly. বুঝি পাইছা? একে এক্সাম্পল হয়।
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, first it will display the base class method, then child class method. Now I have a query for you all. You have not asked me, ma'am, why are we creating objects of the child class only? Why are we creating objects of the child class only? Can we not create object of the base class? If you have noticed in a previous example also.
Ma'am, time hierarchical লগত time চাব।
কোৱা, কোনে ক'ব পাৰিবা?
তো কথা মেম কোৱেশ্চনটো আকবাৰ ৰিপিট কৰি দিব মেম।
Why are we creating objects of child class only and not of the base class? In here also and in the second example also. Is it not possible in inheritance to create objects of the child class?
Ma'am, পাৰিম hierarchy ma'am
Ma'am, here, ma'am, we are using the hierarchy concept, ma'am.
Ma'am, নহয় নহয়, মাল্টি লেভেলত পাৰিম মাল্টিপল আছিলে মেম মাল্টিপলত পাৰিম
আচ্ছা, according to Anish, we can do it in multiple. তাৰমানে বাকিবিলাকত নোৱাৰো। সবে নিজৰ views বিলাক ৰাখা। কোৱা। If you have understood my question, rest of the students, I said that I have created objects of the base class only, and using that object, I have been accessing methods of the child parent class, right? So is it not possible to create object of the parent class and call the methods the same way? Suppose I am creating an object of the parent class here. Okay, say animal A equal to new animal. Okay, so I have created one object A, and using this A, I am now, let's just copy paste for you. Copy. Okay. and let me just comment kori disu na. Is it possible or not?
Ma'am, it is not possible, ma'am.
Why?
Ma'am, because ma'am, we are inheriting the class dog d from the parent class, ma'am. Ma'am, if like we're doing, ma'am, if we ma'am in the ma'am ma'am pura concept মানে খেলি মেলি হৈছে ma'am যদি আমি হেৰিটো ইউজ
মানে
কৰো।
আমি উল্টা কৰিব নোৱাৰিছো মেম, সেইটোতে পাৰিম মেম, সিংগলত নোৱাৰো নেকি চাগে।
Yes ma'am, because আমি যোনখিনি parent classৰ property খিনি আমি class dogৰ পৰা access কৰিছো ma'am, so ma'am concept টো ma'am খেলি মেলি হৈ যাব। So
এতিয়া নে ঠিক আছে মই বুজি পাইছো, কিন্তু কথাটো হৈছে যে
মেম চাইল্ডৰ পৰা পেৰেণ্টত নাযায় ন মেম, মেম পেৰেণ্টৰ পৰা চাইল্ডত আহিব
very good,
চাগে এনেকে।
very good, yes sage no, that is the basic logic. Okay, you are doing inheritance, so if you are creating an object, it will be correct, it will not be wrong. This statement is correct, a dot it is also correct, but there will be an error in a dot bark, because you are not inheriting dog inside animal, you are not using properties of dog inside animal, you are just doing the reverse, you are using animal inside dog. Buji paisa? So
yes ma'am.
yes, there will be an error, so if you want to check it here, you can check it. Roba. Just check the error that you get. Ki dekhisa? Line 23, cannot find symbol a dot bark. Yes,